It's January 21st, 2022. Mom, what time is it?
Time to scratch myself.
Okay. I always forget what I was going to bring up because wait, we're done talking about that. Yeah, we're done with. I wanted to bring up something else. I'm trying to remember what it was.
I try to do
Jeez.
but I like really bacon. I just
You
like
see what I'm
bacon.
saying?
Good. No more discussion.
Oh, here. Listen. Let's say you were a different woman married to a completely different guy, all right? And let's say you were 36, 37 years old, all right? Okay? Let's say you're 36, 37 years old. How many years were you already married to dad by that time?
I married when I was 19.
You had me when you were 36, right? How old were you?
35.
35. Okay. And you had Bridget in 1969, correct? That was her birthday? Okay. And she's about 15 years older than me, right? I'm 36. I'm 36.
So?
And she's 52 now, right?
So?
It's about 16 years, right? Around there. Okay. Now let's say, how many years were you already married to dad by the time you had me?
Figure it out. I got married when I was 19.
When you were 36, I'm saying. Let's say you were 36 years old. How many years were you already? Oh yeah, you got married when you were 19, right?
I was 35 when I had you.
Okay. But you got married when you were 19, right? Okay, 19 to, let's say, the age of 30 is about 11 years, correct? Plus 5 years. That's 16 years, right? And Bridget's 16 years older than me. All right, okay. There you go. All right, I was right. And so, let's say at the time, if let's say you didn't have kids, or if you, let's say it's either or. It's either you have kids or you don't. But let's say you were together with dad for 16 years, all right? Let's just say it was an estimate. And let's say some guy who grew up with you for 7 years, right? Listen, are you listening to me? Let's say some other guy who grew up with you for 7 years was trying to contact you. And let's say his net worth was an estimate of close to, let's say, the creator of Craigslist, whose net worth is around $1.5 billion.
I don't want to discuss this.
All right. Would you have left, let's say, dad, even if you had us at the time, to be with someone with a net worth of $1.5 billion who you grew up with? Would you ever had considered that at the time? Did you hear me?
Told you.
Okay, you're born. Whatever. Normalcy. Early 30s. It's very normal for a guy to try to, because that's when, let's say, most people get their master's or graduate's degrees between the ages of 33 and 35 years old. Master's and graduate's degree is around that time. And that's when people have more time available again to, whereas let's say they were busy studying in their 20s, at college or something. So when they're starting to settle down with their careers that they had, or the groundwork of equivalency to something like that would, secure their futures, that's the time when there's that, they remember that there's like this implied, loosely agreed upon possibility that they would come back to contact that of the opposite sex that they were friends with before they went off to school. You see what I'm saying? As being one of the options available. It's very normal for that age, because that's when they have something available usually but where it's almost like an implied obligation to have something available before trying to contact whoever of the opposite sex that they last, disconnected from communicating with at an earlier time until they came back and had something to provide. That makes sense. Whatever. Whatever. Then you got these other people who are like, that's not true. And then they'll try to like screw around with the statistic of that 2 to 25% success rate. Whatever. But that's that's trying to, not, well, yeah, it's deviating the norm of that statistic. And then it's also like they're trying to challenge the status quo of that statistic.